morning on this Thursday morning. I have been out doing my own kind of scavenger hunt, looking for toilet paper, which I found, but in the very early hours of the morning. So I'm feeling a little rough right now, guys, but I definitely wanted to come in and talk to you about number 18. We should be working on that today because Thursdays is the day that we concentrate on our number of the week more than any other of the 5 days. So we talked on Monday about the fact that 18 is a 1 and an 8 together. And we're going to make our 8 like an S instead of like 2 circles, snowman style. Okay, so if you start it as an S and you go up through the middle, you should be okay. If you're putting a couple 18s on the same line, make sure you have your 2-finger space. So let's look at the sheets that we're doing today. Now, if you went ahead, that's okay. All right, so that's our sheet for today. And you'll notice here it has the curve starting for you. You're going to trace it 4 times, noting the space that they have between the trace. You're going to write it on the next line, and the easiest thing to do is make your 18 right under the one above that you traced. That way you're going to get your spacing naturally, okay? Then there's the word 18, which you're going to trace twice and write once. It is tough to see on this paper, but make sure that you cross that T. Okay, it's tough to see because the cross part of the lowercase t is on that dotted line, okay? But when you write it yourself, make sure you go ahead and cross it left to right, okay? And at the bottom, you're going to find the 18s. The other side of your paper is your find and seek for the day. Mine was toilet paper. Yours is going to be 18s. You're going to go ahead and color in all the 18s you find on this large 18. And then count them out. Okay? Let your mom or dad know how many you counted. And it's important to count and point. All right? So you get the right number. Today is also the day that you would be doing your craft for our jelly bean jar, which is a great lead-in to next week's Easter. You, like I told you before, don't have to cut out all the colors. If you do, go ahead, glue them down and count them out. I have an idea of how many I have in your bag. And then let me know how many you put in your jelly bean jar. Keeping in mind that jelly and jar start with J. Keep thinking of all those J words that were in our story from Monday, but also ones you came up with on your own. For me, jellyfish was a good one. And then I like, jellies and jams, right? We talked about names of people we know, like Jenny, Jennifer, Jack, Judy, Joseph, which is my son's middle name, so it's one of my favorite biblical names. And then, of course, Joshua in our class. Tomorrow would have been the day that we colored in our alphabet journal, and I'm saving those since those get put into a book for you at the end of the year. But if you start thinking of those J words when we get back together, it'll be easier for you to draw. Of course, Joshua is one of our best things we could draw. You could draw yourself with Joshua. You can draw how you feel Jesus looks, okay? You could draw a glass of juice. You could draw the jellyfish in the ocean, of course. And you could draw yourself wearing a jacket. You could draw someone jumping. So keep in mind all those great J words, okay? Jack and Jill, if you know the story. Let's see. Oh, don't forget to keep practicing your sight words and remembering that this week it is he, okay? H-E spells he. And you can use that to replace a male name. So instead of Joshua likes to come to school, he likes to come to school, okay? Ooh, let's see if there's anything else I want you to remember. Definitely our Bible verse, which is Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And again, that just means that Jesus doesn't change. And as Christians, We believe in Jesus, and those beliefs that we have are the same ones that Christians had from a long time ago. We are coming up on Palm Sunday, which if you're like me, you're going to have to celebrate in your house. You should still have your palm fronds, and you can practice that. And then, of course, we'll be going into Easter. We're going to be talking a lot about Holy Week, which begins this coming weekend with that Saturday, Sunday, Palm Sunday, and then we're going to be going into Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, and why Good Friday is still good, even though that was the day that Jesus did die for our sins. And then leading into Sunday, which is the resurrection. I'm sure Pastor Peter's going to touch on it, chapel as well on Wednesday. And thank you for everyone that is tuning in for chapel. I know he's having a good time doing it, although it's really, really hard to do it in a room by yourself, I have to tell you. And you can tell he's doing a great job and bringing a lot of fun to it. So send me your pictures. I can't wait to see what you did with those jackets that we talked about coloring. And then any of your crafts that you finished up. At this point, you should have finished up Jesus, the giant jam sandwich, which had the wasps and Wisping Down Lane in our story. And then, of course, today would be the jelly bean jar. And then you will get your packet for Easter, I'm hoping this weekend, okay? I will be going into the classroom possibly today, since tonight is when Seminole County, anyway, is going to go ahead and go on a bit of a lockdown. So I will be going in and preparing a packet for K-Week. If not today, I think I'm considered an essential worker, and I can go in on Monday. So take care of yourself. Know that we love and miss you. You could probably hear my dog in the background because somebody's here. And I will tune in, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys really, really soon. Mwah.